G2 twice, beat G2 twice. They've played Astralis twice. They've lost to Astralis twice.
Yeah, so that's it.
So that's it. It's like
We solved the math problem right there.
we solved it all right there. The main thing is that Navi are comfortable on this map, and Astralis have got their number. But it seems like, at least as far as the other elite firepower out there, they do know how to play this map. Navi and Train go hand in hand since time immemorial.
Well, let's see how they do. MIBR on the CT side and Navi on the T side, and so far the Brazilian side have yet to win a pistol round, which I think would just be a nice luxury. Not going to be obviously building a whole game based on just the winning that, but you know, it takes a bit of pressure on, especially when you're the underdog team. Agazi, he's got a little bit of a setup here with Danoko. They're going to be smoking that off. And Navi look like they actually want to come through. That's pretty dangerous. They're right on the edge. The bomb is over at main. And, oh, they're walking into a lot of bullets here. This could end horribly. They find a way to turn it around. Simple and Flamey with simultaneous headshots. I actually didn't see that coming. It looked like they were really about to get crunched down there at Ivy. And that could have ended badly. Now, Electronic coming in with a very strong kill and taking down Cello, who had his entire back turned to that yard. So that is a way to get killed quick. I think they nearly line up, but Yell is in it. He's going to get 2 big shots. And now it's Electronic versus Yell. 1 versus 1. And Yell actually looks like he's not afraid at all. He's just out in the open waiting for him. And he's got him down to 8 health, and he'll win the round with a triple kill. That is magnificent.
So important, and especially after Navi, they get that opening right. They just jump in there through the behind the flash and manage to get a little bit of opening kill, try and sow some chaos, but then they slow it down again, right? They try and let MIBR spread out again, or at least MIBR try to make the play so that they can walk into their crosshairs. Despite it all, MIBR still come through with the clutch. 1v1 clutch in the end, and MIBR get that pistol round. So that's a feel-good moment for MIBR. They can be happy about that one. But now we're going to go into the very measured style of Navi. T-side Train. Make a sandwich. Get comfy.
Yeah,
you gotta get your cover. You don't want to catch a cold, because we're going to be here for a while.
Yeah, it's a very good chance, you're right, that they're not going to be playing like a super fast, you know, style. And I would say normally, I mean, for some teams, that can be very frustrating. It's just that from what we saw out of MIBR just now on Mirage, that's not that far from the style that they play. So it's, you know, it's possible that they're not going to get as, you know, warped by it or as confused by what's going on here, and maybe a little bit more measured. I think they actually, some of the decisions they were making in MIBR were actually pretty good. So, like, that's the problem I think that happens when you're up against a team that is slow and execute really late, is that sometimes you overread what you're seeing, right? Like, if you see something at the beginning of the round where there's 1 minute and 20 seconds, you know, still on the clock, you're not going to attribute that much weight to it. You're going to think, oh, well, okay, someone was there, fine, whatever. They could be somewhere else. That doesn't have to be an execute. But if there's 20 seconds left, you're going to think everything is, this is it, they're coming. This has to be right now because they're out of time. And with Navi, that's not always true. And it can be very confusing indeed. Danoko with a good couple of kills. He will get still taken down by Boomich. So a little bit of an expensive round here. Let's see if some more damage could be done. They know where Boomich is, so it's not really a matter of guessing all that much. They just have to actually find him. And Cello, oh, the timing is actually ridiculous. And they're going to find him jumping with the MP9.
Jumping MP9 like a bunny rabbit. Spotting a carrot. Just going after it, Anders. Not holding.
Is that what they do?
That is exactly what they do. As, well, Navi now are going to have the money to buy. So, bit of a wash that round. Fine, fair enough. No shock there. Simple going for the Krieg again. Okay, then. It seems like, I mean, you know, first bullet, man, you can still bop heads with it. It's just the rate of fire. You know, you're not going to want to get in a spray fight with the Krieg, but the Krieg can still do some work. And with Simple's aim, Simple trying to make a statement here, saying, I am good enough to make this work.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to doubt that, right? What about like Train? I mean, long range? Why would you need to spray? Just click, you know, tap a couple of times?
Yeah, I mean, especially from where he's playing it right now, you know, so if you're looking towards the Ivy push, if you're looking for these long lines of aggression, I mean, Krieg is going to be perfect for those kinds of fights. If they peek into you, they're dead. Now, we've got 4 players who are posted up on the A site now for MIBR.
Man, I feel like a lot of how this first half, or at least the first part of the first half of the first half. Wow.
First half of the first half, yeah.
Yeah.
First quarter.
Exactly. How it's going to play out, I think, will basically be dependent a little bit on this round, because you know, the momentum can either build in favor of MIBR on this round. They can recover, you know, like they can keep trying to build that economy, which is not at all built at the moment. Or Navi could just sort of announce themselves already in the third round and say, yep, here we are. And I think, again, based off of that first map loss, and then, you know, even if you win the pistol round here, if you can't keep pushing it, it still won't be that easy. Electronic, oh, the timing is so ridiculous. And Simple goes down. That MP9 double kill from Agazi, and Bolts catching Flamey. He was trying to escape getting shot in his little toes coming down the ladder. That is actually just unbelievable. Can't believe they win that round, or in that fashion, rather.
And at that point, what I'm curious about is the utility left. And now I regret not checking. I know that they were low on nades. Like, Simple didn't have a grenade, for example.
Yeah.
He just had Krieg Kevlar.
Yeah, I don't think they had almost anything, no.
So you just had to go for the duels there. And that round, at the end of it, boils down to MIBR just getting kills.
Do you think Agazi was playing with his eyes closed and just feeling like when he would say, like, now is the time.
Now, Agazi.
Bolt is the only one here. He's going to have a Molotov, and he'll put it right down. They come run in front, and backup is there as well. Yell, an absolute hero in this round, a quad kill. Even the Molotov is down. I mean, he can still absolutely die, right? If they're already kind of running through it and they jump out with the MAC-10, so Bolt's getting saved, I believe, quite a bit.
How broken would that be, though? You know, you could never deal with that sort of thing, right? If there was, like, some Jedi CSGO master. Like, for Brazil, it'd be Fallen, obviously. He'd be appearing at, like, this little purple ghost standing on your desk. And he'd just be whispering to you, now, Agazi, push through the smoke.
Yeah, I think if you could read people's minds like that, it's possible that some people would use it to play really good Counter-Strike. I think there might be better uses for it. I mean, just overall, you know. I could think of a couple of casinos you want to, you know, you want to find first, you know.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, like.
But we're talking about, like, you know, CS:GO Masters, right? You know, it's like the Jedi Master, but a CS:GO Master.
It's possible.
You wouldn't have access to those powers if you're going to use them for them.
If we could fund a movie where like people have to go into, like, you know, the Brazilian forest to find Fallen, and he's just living out there like a hermit on his own, and like it's just a legend. No one knows if he's actually out there or not. But then they find him.
Still have a fiber connection connected.
Yeah, he's got like a PC that's powered by like solar panels. He's playing. I don't know where this is going.
Yeah.
Fourth round. They got 4 in a row. MIBR. What a great start. This is really good. And you know, they seem to be playing, I think, a measured kind of Counter-Strike right now. 10-0 in favor of Yell. He hasn't died yet, and he's got 10 kills. So, boom, right there. We're off to a good start. No AWP yet on Navi, which is interesting. We got that Krieg still on Simple. And Flamey, well, catching flames.
Yeah, not the kind that he wants. Oh, Electronic, though. Doesn't actually catch out Yell in the open, and Electronic trying to create some space here, just charging out to Electric. And while they are just getting picked off one after the other.
Yeah, they really are. I can't actually believe it. Another kill comes in from Agazi, leaving Boomich alone. 4 health in a 1 versus 3, and he cannot escape. A triple kill from Denoco, and it seemed like Navi, oddly, I mean, that's a round that goes counter to the narrative that we were trying to build from the beginning. They're really quick. They really want to get out there, but to get out there, they first suffer a lot of nade damage, and then they actually only really get to, like, the E-box and just get shut down. Like, they don't even get to push past that, and they seem slowed down and just, you know, confused around this position. So, wow, this is really cool. 5-0 in favor of MIBR. Bit of a different feel.
Predictable than Navi, because if I'm sitting there going into it thinking, okay, Navi are just going to be playing very slow, and so they play that slow round Navi with their first buy round. They get bopped. Do you think it's a little bit too predictable that they're going to try and play aggressive and try and change up the pace right after that in their next buy round?
Yes, I mean, I don't know. It could be it. I'm kind of imagining that some of those nades MIBR just throw every round no matter what, right?
The main molly, yeah, sure.
Yeah, they almost have
kind of like the anti-rush nade, default anti-rush nade that goes out. But like Electronic pushing out after that, you know, the aggression out onto A after that initial round of grenades. I mean, it seems like MIBR are ready for it. They knew what was coming.
I think sometimes it's hard to judge with those yard rushes, because if you are the first guy clearing space and you actually get to the E-box and you find that first kill, sometimes that changes absolutely everything, right? So like I think a round that looks like it's just a nothing round is sometimes it's just 1 kill away from being a great round. Like, you know, like but also, that's also why you don't want to build it on that only, you know, because I mean, like, then you're just flipping that coin all of the time. It's like coin, not cone. Not on.
Well, this is the real struggle for Navi, though, because, I mean, this is the issue that you have when you go into it and you only have a single demo to go off of. You don't really know how your opponent is going to play on this map. And so it was a bit of the flex from Navi to go for train, say, okay, you know, like we trust our game enough to get the job done. But right now it's proving to be a little bit of a struggle for Navi. They're having difficulty. And now the first time they're going to hit this B site, let's see if they can get the bomb planted.
They're running through some fire. That's a very cool shot from Boomich. He just stopped in time for it. He's thinking about coming through the smoke, but also just second-guessing himself a little bit. And they'll start to get some good kills in here on the MIBR side for the retake. Simple is on his own with a scout, and only for about a second. So at least he doesn't have to miss his friends for all that long. So that's a decent retake. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. For MIBR's point of view, or sorry, for Navi's point of view, they get a couple of kills and a bomb plant. I don't know. I think that's not too bad, really. Could have been. I think if Boomich had got that second kill of the C connector, maybe something could have happened. But 6-0.
6-0. And I mean, before we get too crazy here, this is still a CT-sided map.
Yes.
55.2% CT-sided throughout 2020. So, I mean, we've still got, I mean, this is, you still expect the CTs, the defense, to come out ahead in the half.
Come on, Semler, if you could change your mind right now, would you pick MIBR instead of NAVI for this map? Ready to make the flip?
I regretted picking NAVI the second I said it. But then we have a rule in the talent chat. We have a rule that we say, you know, no take backsies. Once you call a prediction, that's it. The prediction stands. And so I regretted it. As soon as I said it, I just...
No.
I was just sitting there like, man, but MIBR, but the element of surprise, Navi are gonna be Navi, you know, and then it was too late. And then you predicted it, so then it was gonna look like I was trying to follow in suit, you know. I don't know.
Couldn't take it back. Well,
couldn't take it back. I had to stick with my Navi prediction.
Okay. Well, I mean, I still think this is fine. I agree with you. 6-0. It doesn't look great, but it can change really fast. So I wouldn't be overly concerned just yet. Now we have a round here where they have a bit more utility, but not really that much. They're still lacking a lot of smokes. Agazi taking down Electronic there. I think trying to get flashed in with the help of Simple, but it didn't really work out. So now only 3, about almost a fourth man coming in here. And Yell, if he's covering this backline, that's going to be helpful. Although Agazi does go down. Simple not connecting with that shot and taking a fair bit of damage. Good follow-up though. Danoco going down, and Cello, yeah, he's covering both the ladder and main at the same time, and it's becoming really uncomfortable. Oh no! Flamey getting a little bit more than he wanted there. Yell not able to connect. 27 seconds, and now it's a 3-on-3. I think Simple, yeah, he knows where they are. Bolts is in connector, and Cello coming out. He's going to catch the timing. That's not bad. Molotov as well to force Boomich back. Is he going to walk into this line of fire as well? Not quite. Cello just now peeking. I think maybe he could have caught Boomich there, but it doesn't work out that way. Bomb is planted, and they do not have a smoke. They just used that on the other side. Would have thought they would have wanted to save that for the bomb itself. But now let's see. Can they go for the retake? Just tapping it. The flash is in. He actually is trying to get away. And I don't know about that Yell. He is in so much trouble. And I think, yeah, if the opportunity was there, it's definitely already gone away. I don't think Navi are going to give this one up. So kind of a terrible start to this execute, but they win it anyway.
So close for Boomich. Yep, they do win it. Navi on the board. And this, once again, kind of playing to their strengths. Slow play, kind of boa constricting onto the bomb side after that opening given by Perfecto. This is Boomich holding the line, managing to take out Danaco, and Boomich also watching once they knew that Cello was in there.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that Cello wasn't the one watching. You know, I feel like he could have been the one probably covering that a little bit. So, comes to an end after 6 rounds here. Curiouser
and curiouser. Already calling a second tactical timeout, Navi. After a 1 round.
Yeah, trying to, I don't know, maybe calming things down a bit. Maybe people are maybe getting a bit frustrated.
Yeah, maybe a bit too riled up here, Blade. Clearly, I mean, he's just like, come on, you guys got to come back into the A site. Ah, Simple having a say. Interesting.
Yeah, well, right now, Boomich and Simple and Electronic doing some of the work. Perfecto and Flamey haven't had much luck yet in the first 7 rounds. I mean, they got 3 kills between the 2 of them there, so that is a bit unfortunate. Let's see if this little timeout gave them some clarity. MIBR, though, They still have some money even after this buy, which is actually really encouraging, right? Like, that makes such a big difference that they don't just immediately run out. Simple took a bit of damage. Could have easily had a kill. Ooh, had a second chance for a kill and still did not pick it up. So now they should be avoiding this, although they can't avoid Boomich. He nearly gets the double. They might still be dead here. Cello, he's just a bullet away. Sneaking through, trying to catch the timing, and he's going to get the revenge. That's unbelievable. He can't do more than that. He was so low on health already, and this round is going to be over anyway, surely. Agazi and 1 versus 4 here, and they're just coming in from all sides. So, good double kill for Simple. Bit of a rough start, but Navi just absolutely make that work.
And again, with the change of pace here. This time, the change of pace works wonderfully. They managed to nicely evade some of those opening nades, not taking too much damage from them. And this is just all-out pressure onto the A side from all sides, not waiting until there's only 20 seconds left on the round, but instead changing up the pace with 1:30 on the hit. So that's really nice coming in from Na'Vi. And this is going to put them MIBR now with their backs to it because they have spent all of their money. No longer any money in the bank. Simple does get spotted, though. A lot of damage dealt to him immediately.
Yeah, he's down to 22. Now, Na'Vi, I mean, can probably guess that this is the round that breaks the Brazilian economy. So if they find a way to win this one, the whole game changes, right? Then it's 6-3, and things are probably looking pretty good for Na'Vi all of a sudden. So I think the question is if they could find a way to do that right here. 2 people inside of the B site, 3 on the A yard, and they're playing pretty far down in B, so they're not even close to the C connector, which that could even be fine, but it just means that if things start to go wrong at the A bomb site, they'll definitely be a little bit further away. Oh, Bolt's moving up. This is interesting. Yeah, so now Cello's going to start to fall back. This is something we hardly ever saw on Mirage. Maybe except for Danoku pushing up at the B hallways. We didn't see this kind of aggression out of them, so I love this. Now they have 4 people in the A yard, and as long as Bolts can hang out here, it should be cool. We're going to try and make a little bit of noise coming out. Agazi here is holding the one side, but Bolts goes down. He was being too aggressive. And now they're going to fall back, or are they going to keep going? They have 36 seconds. Boomich is clearing out the B-bomb side. Oh, Bolts, he might have jumped the gun. Boomich does go down. Perfecto sneaking in, and he wins the fight against Agazi. So now this round is all over the place. 25 seconds. Danoku and Yell could still get enough kills here to slow it down, but Simple executing him right away. And that means Cello is on his own. Oh,
they are so good at not rushing things, Na'Vi.
Yeah, but I think that whole round is just Bolts, right? Like, it's so heartbreaking to see because if he just holds it, they practically have 5 people at the bomb side, right? Like, that's it.
I agree with you 100%. Like, past that, once Bolts goes down, yeah, Bolts trying to make the hero play here. Felt like he needed to get in. But after that, it really does feel like Na'Vi, even with 25, 30 seconds left on the clock, they're not letting the time force them to run to the site. They just kind of hunker down and wait for somebody on MIBR to step into their crosshairs. And sure enough, it's one guy after another on MIBR feeling like they got to make a play to turn it around. And Na'Vi each time are like, cool, we'll take that kill. Okay, we'll take that one too. And now we can go ahead and plant, and we've got a big man advantage, and it's not a problem. So big shout out to the Blast shop. Definitely go and check some of the swag out, guys. I wear my hoodie every day. It is super comfy. Best merch that I've gotten in esports apart from the E-League merch way back in the day. So highly recommend.
I'm wondering, like that's the kind of round that'll put you on tilt. I think if you're MIBR, right? Because you actually have it just lined up for you. Like you're not going to get a round where you have a better setup than that. I think in terms of making that work,
right?
And it's not even really like it's not taken away from you by Simple, like 1 versus 3, boom, 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 right? It's kind of just you trip up just a tiny bit and it's enough. So that must be frustrating. And again, if it's not just that they lose like any odd random round, they lose the one round that just destroys their economy. It's going to put Navi on 4 rounds, and they're going to be struggling for economy pretty much throughout that afterwards. So like the rest of the half here is going to be really rough for them. So that's crazy. But that could also be like the pressure again of playing Navi, right? Is you want to just do just a bit more than maybe you knew you should.
It's the pressure of playing against a team that's going to be supremely confident in their abilities to win, right? Navi know that they're the better team on the server. And so even when it starts slipping away from them, like 6 rounds in a row for MIBR starts looking good, you still don't feel like Navi are panicking. You still feel like Navi are just gonna like, okay, this is taking a little bit longer, but it's fine. We'll get it. We'll come out on this. And sure enough, that's a 4th round on the board now for Navi in a row. MIBR after that, they're up to full loss bonus, so they're going to be able to get a pretty hefty buy here, but they're still, you can see, just a little light on nades. No kits, right? So it's not perfect. And this could be a round where Navi decide to change up that pace again. Instead of going slow, speed it up now. Without the nades, MIBR might be under pressure here. And yeah, look at this. Flamey and Perfecto straight on out.
Yeah, trying to clear that angle. Perfecto does go down. Flamey, that's a very important refrag that he gets in there. And leaves it a 4-on-4, and the pressure is still on. Simple's going to be last out with the bomb, all the way in the back with that AWP as well. Electronic really close, and he nearly overlooked that position. Agassi not quite there for the double kill. Boomich is, though, sneaking through the smoke, and he's could maybe find the kill on him there. So now it is a 2-on-3 as Agassi goes down. Boomich, yeah, eventually rewarded for that. And now they have 1 minute and 15 seconds. They can do this. They can wait around, and Simple going to get the kill on Yell, who was trying to sort of clear an angle down there, which I think makes sense. I mean, he sort of has to get out here and help, but that just doesn't work out. And now Bolt, he's not in a good position, and he's going to get shot at the back. So, I don't know then. That was close to being a held site there, but just a couple of good kills in favor of Navi, making it 6-5.
Yeah, this is super cool. I mean, this is where it's just, you start to see Navi really come into their own. Blade gets to shine, just playing this fundamental, calling this fundamental kind of CS. Or it's like, cool, now they have low eco. Now they're going to be light on nades. Now we put the pressure on fast and show no fear. You see them just sacrificing themselves out in the open. Perfecto just getting blasted. But then his teammates are there to trade it, right? And so we're coming back into fundamental T-side CS now, and it's really nice to see. And so Navi now, now they go B. And let's see, there's a setup. Usuals, they're lethal.
Oh, Cello just long range, spamming away. He got 2 kills and 2 bullets for that. And they're still fighting here. I can't believe that no one else from Navi has died. They've all been stood on top of each other. I feel like they should have taken way more damage. I think the last 10 Deagle bullets hit no one. Yeah, and the first ones were just all kills. So that is kind of shocking. Denoco coming in a little bit late to the party. He's going to pick up an AK-47, so that's kind of good news. But even if they're low right now, this is just still not going to be easy at all. He has a smoke, but no kit, so even smoking the bomb, not going to be sitting inside for 10 seconds defusing. He's getting kind of close here. If he could, I don't know how you even do this. Even wrapping up behind. Is there a chance? Can he find the right timing? He's going to catch Simple. Looking all over the place. Oh! And the straight flick. That is so fast. He goes to pick it up straight on the bomb. And he is going to have enough time for it. That is a really important round for MIBR.
That is so cool that he's close enough to hear Boomich jump. Boomich giving it up with the noise cue. Completely. They were just expecting this guy to be coming in from connector from somewhere on the A site on the other side, not expecting him to be behind him like this. Simple dying is fine, but you can tell he's clearly expecting Boomich to be up there because that's where he heard him jumping around just before he makes this play.
I mean, that flick though, that's wild.
That was sick.
He's just swinging the whole horizon. He's ready. All right, 7-5.
Yep. That's a frustrating one. That's definitely going to sting for Navi. They know that they had that one. It's going to be a full buy for MIBR this round regardless, and so we should go back to slow play for Navi because now the anti-rush nades are going to be here, as we can see. Simple getting mollied out of Pop Dog. And so now Navi looking like they're going to just slow down the pace a little bit and see if they can catch somebody getting impatient on MIBR.
Boomich still coming out, and Perfecto as well. So even if they get slowed down, they still just want to go for it. Wild spray, and Boomich, how does he win that fight? Oh, and Simple with the follow-up. I can't believe they're winning some of these fights out here. It looked like Boomich should have been straight dead, but instead it's a double kill. And that clears so much space for his team. And now it's a 2-on-3.
I love it. So unpredictable. Yell and Bolts now have to work together as a duo.
Yeah, under a minute. And Navi, I think, rightfully slowing it down here. Seeing if they could get anything done. But yeah, they feel so confident in that 2-man push out of main with Simple over at Pop Dog. They just know that's going to work now.
This is where it's like the stylistic clash between the in-game leader and the coach for Navi. Because I feel like I'm channeling Blade when I'm like, now they're going to slow it down. Because I feel like Blade would say, all right, now we slow it down and now we grind them down. But Boomich is such an aggressive in-game leader that I bet you this is a Boomich call where he's like, Boomich is like, let's go. Let's go fight them. And it just goes in. Navi just go charging.
Now, here's like a little bit of a difference, right? Because normally I feel like Navi have been fairly rewarded for slowing these things down and playing it a little bit slow, but at least they haven't got more kills here. Bomb is going to be planted, and they can't pick up another kill. Maybe that is the only thing you could say for MIBR in this 2-on-3 is that they were pretty far away from that A bomb site so far that they can't punish the actual when the bomb is being planted. So that's a bit unfortunate. And are they just going to back on out? I guess they are. Fair enough. They want to try and save what they have here into the 14th round. So Navi will get a 6th on the board. And I think already, I mean, that's probably enough for Navi to be quite dangerous in going into the second half, right? 6 rounds, I think that's a decent basis.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, they're not done yet. They can definitely put themselves in a position to take the last 2 rounds of this half now for MIBR. I mean, they win one, they lose one, they're back up to maximum loss bonus, and so...
Check this out. This is the thing that, like, so this kill, but... Oh, he's flashed. He's so flashed. That made the difference. Because that was not the prettiest spray out of Boomich, was it? It's all over the place. All right, 14th round. And,
Well, Boomich, I mean, this style is working for him. He's sitting at the top of the scoreboard now, nearly dropping 100 ADR. Boomich has been in the majority of the fights. It's the flip side, you know, it's the switch from Mirage, where he was just getting beaten up on trying to make these aggro plays. Here on Train, it's working wonderfully.
Oh, Spectre has a Glock, but he has plenty of money. And he just ran out with... I'm so confused. I just have no idea what's happening. Now he's back. He's picked up the fallen AK from Electronic. I'm profoundly confused. I think everyone else is too. Most especially Perfecto. Okay, well, I would like to see a replay of that if it's possible. Cello backing out. Got to be careful here that Boomich doesn't snag a kill, because they are still waiting out here, Navi. They haven't really given up on this A yard. They're just taking a break before they resume work. A little bit of a quick peek there, and I mean, even for MIBR, that's kind of good to know. Someone's out here swinging and running and trying to get it done. And for once, Boomich doesn't actually get that revenge kill. Although, as you said, he's been very good at it. 3 versus 5, a little bit of a jump past here. Flamey trying to create a bit of a distraction. Perfecto coming down at Ivy at the same time. So might be the best shot to get back in the round here for Navi if they can snipe in a kill on Perfecto. That would make a big difference, and the timing almost there.
It is. Simple solo, but Perfecto is going to be dead. Shazzy going to pick a kill up on him.
And over at the B-bomb site, they are playing it like a retake, and they probably should, right? 5 versus 2, why try and hold on like on the site itself? They really lined up for that one. On Flamey now, going to go straight for the bomb plant. They will have plenty of money going into the 15th round with or without the bomb plant. And he's not going to get anything else done. So it will be an 8th round for MIBR on the CT side, which again is, I mean, that's still pretty good, right? But, I mean, I'm not going to lie, the only thing that will be in the back of my mind for the rest of this series will be, what if they hadn't let them in with that bolts push through Pop Dog? Because that is now suddenly such a pivotal round, you know? That made a big difference.
It's definitely the case of letting the wrong one in. And yeah, Electronic, you can see a little bit frustrated there.
I still can't believe that he rushed. He actually ran out yard with a Glock, and then he like switched to a knife, and then he was like, "Oh, hold on, none of these are the weapons that I'm looking for."
Exactly, and that definitely threw things out of whack here. That threw the timing completely off, because clearly Navi feel like they've got a window there at the beginning of the round to do damage.
Yeah, and they're not wrong, right? We've seen that work many times now. Okay, they're setting up the same grenades outside for that kind of a rush, but instead leaning a little bit further out and trying to see if there's going to be any kind of retaliation. I thought maybe they were going to try and go really quickly B, but that's not what we're seeing at the moment. Oh, some nice damage from Boomich there. And Cello hoping that, you know, for all of that damage, he's going to get the reward. Oh, he's trying, but so far it's not working out in his favor. In the meantime, though, Electronic did get a bullet from Yell. So 5 versus 4 now. And, I don't know. Navi kind of stuck up with the white holes for the minute. Yell is still 18-6, by the way, which is absolutely outrageous. Up against Navi, again, second best team in the world, and you drop a performance like that on Train. I mean, goddamn.
Yeah, no, he's not messing around. They've done a good job of bringing this back to our 4-on-4 Navi, and they still have nades left enough to go for this B hit. Simple on upper with that bomb. And I thought perhaps that this was going to be the play initially. And now now they are going to wrap back around. And it's only Yell. So your star, Anders, he's going to get a chance to shine here.
Yeah, and he's going to shine real bright. Flash and jumped, and Simple is there to catch him. So that's extinguished really fast. And, I mean, again, I think 6 rounds is already plenty enough for Navi here on this first half. You know, if they get a 7th on the board, I think even MIBR will know that that's going to be trouble. 3 on 4 in the retake. And Ugazi's all the way back here. Setting up, could he get some sort of a deep flash in to help his teammates out? There it is, and Danoko trying to swing for it, but not finding anyone on the other side. Simple will take one, Boomich on the follow-up, and Chillo, well, he's doing his best, but it is not going to be enough. 8-7 at the end of the half in favor of, well, still in favor of MIBR, so I guess that is kind of good news, but I think Navi are going to be all right. I'm still pretty impressed by MIBR overall, but this second half here coming up, it's going to get real interesting, and it's right after the break. Going into the second half, MIBR, they did get 8 rounds in the first half, which is, I mean, that's still pretty impressive. I just don't quite think it's going to be enough up against Navi here. It's on Train. If they want that third map, which is on Dust 2, they are going to have to find a way to get a lot more here in the second half. And it's hard. It's so hard to see how this is going to be working out. But we're about to find out now. MIBR on the T side and Navi on the CT side.
Indeed. And I am just looking forward to the aggression from Boomich. Where does this beast push? Because he will push, Anders.
That's what he does. He does love doing that.
It'll be either Pop Dog or Main. But one or the other is getting pushed.
Yeah, that's something that actually now, you know, obviously Navi were very aggressive in T main, so I guess it would have been hard for Navi to, for MIBR to push in there. But when you're on the CT side, if you do get that T main control, yeah, you can get a lot of information out of it, right? It's not a bad place to be. And speaking of which, it's Electronic actually who's been pushing into T main, so he's quite far up there. They're playing kind of middle of the bomb side over on B, so not quite retake. And oh, Electronic actually, that's uncomfortable. Simple. Going down to Agassi. He actually looked like he had the lineup for that shot. Electronic hoping for a long-range USP shot. Instead, he's going to get killed as well. So Agassi with a quick early double kill. Flamey, though, trying to bring it back. Yeah, he's turned around. He knows they could be right behind him as well. 3-on-3. And a lot is riding on this round here for MIBR. It's Agassi at it again. He's already got the triple. And maybe just that for him here. Boomich in a 1 versus 3. And I was going to smoke him off. They're going to decoy him off. I don't think that works quite as well. Bomb is planted, and I don't know, they're low enough on health, at least 2 of them, that maybe he could do this, but he's just not finding it at the moment. And he's only got 4 bullets. Yeah, he's going to have to get that kill. He couldn't reload. There was no more bullets left. I only just noticed. But now he has a Glock, so now he's got a lot of them. Running out of time, though. Trying to see if he could get close with the burst fire. He's doing everything possible. In the end, it's a quad kill for Agassi, and it will be a 9th round for MIBR. What a critical round.
So important, and both pistol rounds won for MIBR.
Yeah.
They won the CT side, went on to win 6 rounds in a row, and now on the T side, they're simple just getting bopped immediately. Did he shoot his teammate in the head?
Yeah, well, you know, whatever.
What was that?
All is fair. Oh,
ooh. Gotta be careful. Got the backdrop now.
Don't want to be ruining that. I can't believe he only had 4 bullets. He actually, yeah, I was wondering, like, why isn't he firing at them? Like, I think he could try it, but no.
It is actually the worst gun. Like, it's great if you're close, like this. You know, Pop Dog is great. It's like when you buy a shotgun, right? It's fantastic in Pop Dog. Outside of Pop Dog, though, you're not gonna do a whole lot with it.
It's so tricky, isn't it? Well, I mean, especially in a pistol round like that, you know, your chances to, like, you know, peek and, you know, like, you just run out of bullets, so.
Juke and jive.
Yeah, it's got its uses for sure still, but I don't know. Not for me, though. I'm not going to ever use that gun. I have to accept it.
The CZ?
Yeah, it's not my thing.
It's like a dark art.
Yeah. Oh, bolts. Yeah, well, there we go. That is the use for it. Oh, no. That was very violent. The no-code coming down from the heavens and just exacting that revenge. And actually, he'll take Simple with him. Why not? There is still pretty much a 3-man stack here at the bomb site. They're going to get the bomb planted, so that's pretty good news. I think that makes it much harder for... Oh, no! Maybe it doesn't! Electronic! He snipes away 2 of them. I was going to say, once the bomb is down, all the pressure on Navi. Electronic trying to save it. Basically needs a quad kill, but he almost gets it. He gets a dink on Agassi. He's down to 33 health. A triple kill for Electronic with a CZ 75. What a round out of him.
What a mad lad. And this is Boomich. Just getting smashed. Dude. That was brutal.
This is quick, lightning fast. What's going on?
Nah, the CZ is no joke. That's the thing, man. You got artists like that. This pro players, the CZ in the hand of the pro players is just something else. Like, it looks broken. And then you try it, you're like, dude, I'm totally going to do this. I'm going to be Flusha. I'm going to be Electronic. And then you do it, and you're like, where did all the bullets go?
Yeah, it just doesn't work the same way, does it?
Doesn't work.
We've got a Zeus now on Boomich. Oh, he's just going straight for it. I love this. Oh, this is so bold. No, the no-code. Come on.
No fun allowed, Anders. No fun allowed.
I mean, I guess it's heads up that someone's checking it, but still, you know?
You and your antics.
We wanted to have some fun. Boomich certainly wanted to have some fun. Well, now they're going to get caught, and it seems like things are slowing down a bit again here for Navi. It is about to be 11-7, and Navi can obviously buy in the next round, so it'll be interesting to see. But it won't be like one of those goodbyes, right? It'll be just the bare minimum. See how they handle that. CZ, and all right, the no-code to find that last one. So 11-7, a 4-round lead for MIBR. Sam, they just need 5 more rounds, and they're going to go to Dust 2.
To Dust 2.
And they could have won the first map. They won the pistols. It could have been 2-0 from MIBR. I'm stretching. I'm reaching for it.
Dude, I mean, you have to reach if you're going to call for one of the biggest upsets of the year. It feels like that has been the theme here in the Blast Spring groups. But for the 37th seed to beat, or 37th rank in the world to beat the 2nd rank in the world, that's really stretching it.
Yeah, that would be quite cool, wouldn't it? Quite cool. Massive amount of grenades landing down there. That's a trick that you normally save for like a round where you don't have anything really to play with. You know, you just have pistols and you buy a couple of HEs and you try and do that. So doing it in this round is interesting, right? It softens up Simple. Makes his life a little bit harder. Certainly makes those Galeals way more effective, right, against Simple. Now that he's at 51, so it evens the playing field a bit. Perfecto and Simple are inside of the B-bomb site. And they could be in for a bit of a rude awakening right here. Now, Perfecto, I think this HE, I mean, that could be really... Oh, with the timing just before they hit. Wow. That just did like 150 damage, or just under, on 3 players. So that is a good start for the defense. Bit of a follow-up there. Cello with a nice refrag. Bomb is going to be going down, and also Agassi and Boomich are hunting for each other in the A yard, and whoever wins this fight could make all the difference. Oh, he had the knife out, and that's what made the difference. Otherwise, maybe he could have had it, but that is huge. Now, not only are they retaking the B-bomb site, but they're having to worry about getting shot in the back, or if they try and escape and fall back, you know, maybe that's not even going to work. The Noko goes down, and now they're just pushing on like it's nothing, like they don't even care about that flank. They nearly lined up for the kill, and now Agassi. The smoke is up there. He can land a grenade. Is it going to stop the defuse? It banks down, and actually no one is there to be caught, but he doesn't know. He has to push. He had no choice, so that is kind of cool, but no one is on it. Oh, no. They did not have a defuse kit. Even if you got no kills and nothing else, they still win the round, and Flamey goes up. Oh, my heart can't handle this.
This is getting a bit outrageous, Anders, but what a change of pace coming in from MIBR straight out onto that B side. Super cool with this bomb plant. This is everybody. Oh, he misses the jump and just decides enough is enough?
Yeah, but I think even with the jump, he probably didn't have it. Like, it sounded like there was actually way less time there.
Did it look like there was a kit on the bomb, though?
Could have been.
I thought I saw something there.
Someone has to call it out, though, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. And by then, it's just the finest of margins. Way too... Whew. It's such a nightmare when you've still got a guy alive and Brown Hall is on the T side like that, defending the bomb.
Yeah.
What is Boomich doing? Mad lad.
I don't know, purifying himself with fire?
Yeah. Here we go.
Maybe there was a leech on him, and he was like...
Get it off, get it off, get it off!
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how that works, but... Alright, Electronic has got an AK-47, and they had the AUG on Simple, and let's not underestimate the impact of having Electronic with an AK in a round like this. Like, if he shows up at the right spot at the right time for Navi... Of course he can end the round. Now, he is pushing all the way down at Ivy with Flamey. That leaves really just Perfecto. They've left the B-bomb site completely. They're taking some pretty big gambles here. Now, they're going to go check Ivy, but yeah, it's not going to be in time. That's kind of unfortunate. I kind of like the idea for Navi. If they'd been allowed to check Ivy and fall back at, you know, if there had been enough time there where MIB had just been waiting, that could have been cool.
Could have. But it wasn't, Anders.
It wasn't. But, you know, just saying, what they were doing made sense, right? They weren't just out, you know, it wasn't just scenery. They weren't just bird watching. There are pigeons over there, but that's not what they were there for.
Whoa.
Shut it all down. Whoa. Take the AK. Take the AUG. Take it all back. Send them into that standoff. The showdown.
I mean, I'm guessing at that point it's just to try and get MIBR to spend money. Because you're going to get the full buy in the next round regardless of what happens. So, nice attempt there from Navi, but it just doesn't work at all. And MIBR now just 3 rounds away from forcing a third map versus Navi. And if we get into Dust 2, it's you know, it's not a terrible map for MIBR. They can do some damage on that one. And Navi, well, they've played quite a bit of it, but...
I want to see Yell on Dust 2. He is actually... I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed by Yell right now.
Sure. I'm just kind of curious, like Dust 2... Oh, buddy.
Beating the fire and the flames. And beating Flamey on top. Now Electronic is stuck. Oh no, does it spread? It will, and he's dead as well. They did take a lot of damage in return, but that is a 2-for-nothing trade down there. And Boomich, as you mentioned earlier, he likes to push. Well, he is, and he's going to catch Sir. No, what? He caught them. There was no way they could have known that. They weren't walking around that corner and checking it. They just showed up, all chest out, just ready to take that fight, apparently. Deep nade. Oh, God. They're beating them up now. It's about to be 14-7. Simple. Just combat orbing his way into the bomb site. 1 versus 5. Well, if anyone could, it maybe would be him.
Yeah.
Still got the time. We're only 50 seconds. They're slowing it down now and trying to sort of play as a team. They're actually going to run, saying, you know what? It's not worth it. We don't want to fight him. Leave us alone, Simple. All right, fine. I mean, maybe it makes sense.
They have no idea that he's right behind them. Does he do this, Anders? Do you think? Oh no, he's going to main. He has to think that, yeah, he's thinking that they must have heard him and that somebody's gonna be watching pop. What a
I want
shame.
to say yes. Like I'm in on this. 1-on-5s are so rare, aren't they?
Yeah.
So rare. Yeah, he's quite far away, and obviously now just saving. So you know, like that we've called it off. But yeah, MIBR. I mean, I like the fact that they actually managed to slow that down, though, because I actually think this is, you know, in contrast to the kind of Brazilian CS energy that I was talking about a little bit earlier, right? Oh, this is wild. This is absolutely wild. But you know, like, you know, a team with Henny and Lucas and like that kind of really aggressive energy, they would have kept fighting Simple in that bomb site and possibly one at a time, right? And that's exactly how you could lose that round. But you can actually see that MIBR, they managed to calm that down and remind themselves, wait a minute, not worth it.
Well, they've been here. They've been here for a little bit. Do you think that's the element here? Because I mean, they played in CS Summit 7, so it's not like it's their first tournament. They've been here boot camping day in, day out.
I don't know.
They're starting to really absorb that European CS, catching up with the meta. Do you think that's what's going on here?
I think this is just like, it just looks like it's their style on this T side. They just look like they're way less explosive and like wild, which, I mean, again, like that is not normally what I associate with like Brazilian Counter-Strike, but I think it's working well. It's very cool. Cello at 19, Yell at 21. I reckon that they just have this kind of control within the team, and it's actually really rare. Like it's hard to get that, you know. Why does he have almost 400 utility damage bolts, but only 7 kills? What up with that?
He's just he's softening them up. What are his assists at?
It's got to be a fair few, right?
Yeah, he's got 9 assists. He's got 9 assists. Casual. More assists than kills.
We're at 14-7. We said, you know what, 7 rounds on the T side for NAVI, that's great. Like, they're going to be feeling fantastic. Now, that was, you know, with the little caveat that they would also be winning rounds on the CT side. We assumed that. Maybe that was our mistake.
And clearly it is, and clearly right now NAVI are regretting this decision. I'm sure that they're thinking if only we went Dust 2 and we didn't horse around with this train pick, we wouldn't be in this pickle right now where we're going to be forced to a 3rd map.
Yeah, I mean, it can still be turned around, but it's getting tricky now. M4 comes out on top. Magazi going down. That's a nice little pick there from Electronic. And he's had trouble winning that fight down there, even with backup, so that's going to feel good. Boomich running and gunning with the MP9. It is a classic. The bomb, though, is down in the B-bomb side, so they're going to have to do something here on the T side. Now, if they would have actually, you know, converted the entry there and got into the site, Cello would have been out. Like, he just got Simple out in the yard. But it has less of an impact when the bomb isn't down. Like, now we have time to turn around and look for something else here. Yell? I don't know. I think Flamey might have seen him too. I want to say he did, so... 30 seconds.
Has the bomb, though. Like, they have to know that the bomb is still here.
They do.
So eventually, with 30 seconds left, they have to come here.
Yeah, they definitely know, right? They just want to make sure they don't get shot in the back end anyway. But, I don't know, Yell's getting some good real estate up here to try and look for a fight. Can he get the right snipe? He's now just falling down. Oh! Big shot with the AWP again. Falls right out of the sky. Now 14 seconds. They have to find Perfecto. He's trying to just run for it here. 10 seconds, but they're all over it. And Yell will take him down. A fantastic 2-on-3 victory. MIBR now at map point. And Yell is, well, he's an angel, isn't he? He's dropping right out of the sky. He's got that orb of justice.
Bringing the wrath of God right here.
Check this out.
That is sick.
Sit down.
You just see him going in full on Divs Volt. Just get after it.
Sign me up as a Yell fan. I'm excited.
I mean, map point now. Map point, and this is the follow-up shot that nails it. Perfecto not able to handle the pressure. And while Navi now, yeah, you can see that they're going to just start getting more and more frustrated. Simple, that face. Just asking himself, what is going on here, and why are my teammates not able to hit shots? But at the same time,
he's shaking his head saying, why are they forcing me to beat them up on Dust 2? Why is it necessary?
Yeah, exactly.
Don't they know?
He's going to start that off and just say that you forced me to do this.
Just remember, you asked for this.
Listen, Simple. The thing is, dude, if you're going to put the #1 on your banner behind you like that, you better start playing like #1. You better start just taking over. You going to take this kind of disrespect from MIBR, ranked 37th in the world?
I don't think he has a choice right now, you know? I think it's Yell and Cello right now are not letting up. They're playing a very cool game.
What is fun about this situation, it's a discussion that we've been having for the past couple days, is that once you get out of the top 20, like these teams are just constantly playing against each other. So it's like a game within a game, in the sense where it's like the top 20 play against each other, and so they have their kind of CS. And then MIBR are going to be that one that comes in with their own different kind of CS that NAVI are just not used to playing against, because NAVI, they're playing against Astralis, they're playing against G2, they're playing against Vitality. They're not playing against the teams that MIBR are playing against. And so they may not be familiar with the meta, and there's an opening here for MIBR to come in and just surprise NAVI on these maps, because NAVI, they're going to be used to how Astralis play train or how G2 play train. And like they're not going to know how MIBR play it.
Like we said in the beginning, right? They're probably going to have their energy focused on Liquid and FaZe, if anything, in this group.
Sure.
So that's also part of it. Ooh. Just again.
MIBR is just taking a sniff like hubris.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you got to hope for that, right? 4-on-4. About 37 seconds. They're going back into main. Electronic. Oh, if he had more grenades, if he had like a flash, or sorry, a smoke or a Molotov, now he could kill this round right now. That is a very smooth jump, but also dangerous. It looks like he's found the timing though. He's taking a lot of damage in return, and Yell will find Flamey. 20 seconds now on the clock. Straight headshot to take down Electronic, and Perfecto and Simple holding on all of a sudden in a 2-on-4 to try and save this map and prevent a third one for MIBR. I can't believe it's come to this. NAVI have won exactly 0 rounds in this second half, and it looks like they won't be able to hold on. This is actually magnificent. Denoco trying to stay back, stay out of the line of fire. Perfecto will find a kill right then and there, but I think it is all but over. It's going to be Agassi to find the last 2 kills, and now you see the excitement. 16-7 as the Brazilians bring down NAVI and force a third map on Dust 2, and that on its own